We have breaking news right now out of Huntington Park. Skyfox is over a pretty large structure fire there. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Brooke. We can tell you that this is happening at the corner of Soto and Slauson, Huntington Park area. LA County Fire Department, they arrived out here on scene. They had a 200 by 200 commercial building. That's what we're seeing right there, already well involved in fire. Now, the fire department quickly bumped this up to a second alarm fire. It might even be going up to a third alarm. Right now, though, fire department is there. They are basically doing a defensive mode, meaning that they're just trying to keep these flames from spreading to any of the other structures in the area. This seems to be a large building with many smaller shops in there. It is very sad to see that these shops right now destroyed because of this fire. The fire department, they're working feverishly to get these flames out. You can see as we pan along here, the roof has collapsed on most of the building. The fire department taking that defensive stance where they put up those ladder pipes. They're basically dumping a ton of water on it, just trying to get out that fire. What's inside that building? That's kind of questionable right now, as it is a separate bays and different buildings down there. But whatever it is burning fiercely out here, setting out a huge plume of black smoke. LA County Fire Department here on scene. The corner of Slauson and Soto going to be closed for the firefighting activity. These are two major streets out here in the Huntington Park area. Of course, cost and cause, they'll be doing that well after this fire's out.
Yeah, Stu, we don't have any indication at this point that there are any injuries. Is that correct?
That's right, Tony. At this point, the firefighters, they're saying no injuries to any of their firefighters, but you can see what is going on down there. This firefight still very, very active, but at this point, no injuries to civilians, no injuries to firefighters, but there is a lot of activity down there and a lot of flames, and that building seems to be a newer building, so we're very hopeful that the structure will hold as that roof collapses and other things start happening out here. But those firefighters, they're not even making an entry into that building at this point. They're just fighting it from an exterior type of standpoint. That's the safest way, as that building pretty much a loss. But right now, the firefighters, they're just very concerned about keeping the flames contained to this one building and not spreading anyplace else. Light winds, that's going to be very helpful for them today.
So they're just basically taking, Stu, a surround and drown approach right now?
That's right, Tony. Surround and drown. They use that term quite a bit. The fire departments, they like to use the term that they're in a defensive mode. They only have two ladder pipes up. There might be another one on the other side of that black smoke. We might move Skyfox around here in a moment or two. Again, the last we heard was a second alarm. This could easily make it into third alarm. LA County, the lead fire agency on this, but right now you can see this is just a lot of huge bulk of fire inside this 200 by 200 commercial building. What's burning in there? I am very curious, because there is a ton of black smoke just pouring out of there, and those flames, they just don't even seem to be slowing down. So whatever it is inside there, probably a plastic or maybe even fabrics. But right now, it is just burning fiercely out here. The fire departments, they've got the roads closed, and of course you can see the fire activity. A lot of those engines just pouring a ton of water onto there. Even there's one of those that's called a wagon battery right there. They're just using that huge pump from the nozzle from the top there and just pumping tons of water onto that one corner. And again, two ladder pipes right now. They don't even, we were looking to see if they were manned. These are automated, so these are newer fire trucks. But right now, look at those flames. Yeah. Just amazing this morning, and just keep pouring out of that building.
Yeah, they are massive flames. I know we were kind of talking about the cause. Typically, sometimes you can get an idea of what could have caused something like this based on the type of business that was inside. But I know, Stu, you mentioned there were multiple different shops, so this could be anything.
Yeah, that's right, Brooke. And when we got here, we were looking and we're trying to read the names on the signs there. You can see each one has a bay, and then they have signs right there. So we're guessing that there are multiple stores or multiple businesses inside this commercial building. We've got one of those firefighters walking up to the top of the ladder. That must be an amazing view for those firefighters. But look at those flames just continue to bellow out of this building this morning. And again, we just don't know what is burning inside there. But whatever it is, it's putting out a lot of black smoke. Those flames still are very intense and hot. And of course, those firefighters, they're working to put those flames out to keep the other areas safe. But it is also very sad to know that a lot of folks, when they come to work this morning, they won't have a job or a business to go to.
All right, Stu. Well, of course, we know you're going to stay on top of this and keep an eye. Meanwhile, we have a crew headed to the scene right now who will give us a ground report a little bit later on. But right now, you can see what's happening here, this commercial building fire. And Stu will stay on top of this, and we will give you an update coming up here in just a few minutes.